Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be playing Stanley Parable. We are on this series that we've been playing, where we've been playing old games, and we started off in Portal 2. We're going to be playing Stanley Parable. So this is, we're going to jump into it because the new one's out soon, which is Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I think that's out on the 27th. If I'm not mistaken, but we'll go ahead and jump into it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I'm just going to pause the game here because there's some setting that's on that's making it like go all blurry. I'm going to have to fix that. They're all fine. Yeah, everything seems to be good there. I'm just gonna I think it's this one here. We turn that on, we should have better video quality. We'll see. If not, we'll have to change things up, I guess. Oh, we don't want 16 by 9, yeah. That's what we want. Yep, that should be fine. I don't know what I'm doing here. 1 second. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Let's see if that's better. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin. Right. We're just going to... I've just realised that setting that I've just added on to, which is here. Let's turn that one off. Because it's causing the game to, like, go a bit laggy, which should be fine now. Okay. Hello and welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. We are Stanley.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So what I'm going to try and do is try and complete all the endings of this game. So we'll go ahead and begin with the... what it's going to tell us to do, really. Nice little photo. Hello, this is a photo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. We'll try and go through all of this game today. So we got.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Financial planning meeting, boss's inspection, group 42X, group 47X, office party. Oh, invite me to the office party. I would like to go to the office party. Let's go through, what's this? Targets. Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Something scrolled out. Standardize graphs 40x wide. Get a chair. Get Chris out of the bedroom closet. Cinnerize papers. Hire someone to cinnerize papers. Papers are too soon cinnerized. Fire the paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of. Alright. We will move on. And yeah, cool. Help! I'm a post-it. Oh, I get it. Post-it. Funny. Oh, closet. Hello, Mr. Closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. We shall. Executive bathroom. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Yes, very nice.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Go through here,
he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right. Down the elevator we go. Ooh. So I'm going to plan to release 2 endings a day. I think that's going to be my goal for this series or this game. So yeah, make sure to
deeper into
stay
the
subscribed for the
Stanley realized
rest.
he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, I read it. Boom.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh yeah.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Let they be power. Yeah, so I'm going to probably upload 2 videos a day. Yeah, let me know what you want to see in the future. Any games you want to see me go back to, drop them down below.
Now
and,
the monitors jumped to life, their
so
true
get towards
nature
them.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
imagine if you had this
co-workers.
out.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Oh, what's that?
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Employee observation protocol. If despite adherence to protocol and protocol 28, an employee leaves the office during work hours and system loop has failed, you must terminate. Please note that employee 432 is a test case, while the need for protocol 2A may seem unlikely. Procure 2A to 2C need not apply. In the event of 432 attempting to leave the office, contact supervisor and then contact 432. Prize pool. 3A. If a monitoring screen fails to initialize, contact the maintenance and temporarily switch the control over to the desk screen. 4A. In the case of a Class 4 event, close system gates and consult with supervisor. 4B. In the case of Class 3 event, close system gates and consult with supervisor. Primary consoles for info dump. Okay, that's a lot to get through, but that's fine. We'll continue on. All right.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
No.
Will do.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it?
A bit
Was
of
it
deja
even
vu,
possible?
'cause what's
Had he
happening right
truly
now?
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
What we got going on in here then?
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
We have
Controls
some buttons.
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating,
We have
working.
some more buttons. We have
all
a
of
nice
it monitored and
little
commanded from this very
thing
place.
that goes this
And
way.
as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
So there's a door
exert
up
its
here with a red
terrible
light on it.
power over another human life.
Comes this screen
For
here.
he would dismantle
activate
the
this screen
controls
yet.
once and for
We have-
all.
Okay, we have some numbers here. So 1, 2. Is there a number 3 around here somewhere? We've hit 1 and 2. 3. And we hit number 4. Is there a number 4? There's 5, so we need to go to number 4. Which I'm guessing will be around here somewhere. I don't know exactly where though. 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing it's got to be like over in this direction somewhere. It's not like underneath a stairwell, is it? No, it's not. Not looked in here. Is it here? Oh, is that it there? Yeah, that's it there. We need to go up and press number 4. And we go press number 5 as well. There's number 4. And then we'll go back and press number 5. Stay alive. Number 5. Yeah. Let me know down below if which ending you want to see next as well. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's go inside of here. Mind controls idle awaiting. Imagine this as your setup. Jeez Louise, man.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew...
I did not mean to do that. I accidentally pressed the button, but oh well. I turned it off. I turned it off. I did. I did.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. So this is going to conclude the ending 1. We will be moving on to ending 2 now. Let me go ahead. I said I'm going to do 2 endings per video, so if you want to know which ending to do next, I will look it up and look how to do that.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Accidentally close the
responsibility?
door.
He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay. I'm not classing that as an ending. Although it is technically an ending, I'm not classing it as an ending. We will do one more ending. Now, I know there is one more ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I know there's one ending, so what we're going to do now is we're going to head back to the we're going to head back towards the door, set doors. This is different. This is different. This is entirely different, isn't it?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We entered the door on the right
This was
time.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sure, why not?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do we go left or we go right? Alexa? Left or right?
I don't know that.
Alexa? We'll say heads this way, tails that way. Alexa, heads or tails?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
We'll say heads is this way, tails is that way. Alexa? Heads or tails?
Flipping. It's heads.
So we're gonna go this way then.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Alexa? We'll say heads this way and tails that way. Alexa, heads or tails?
Sorry, I don't know.
Alexa? Heads or tails?
You got tails.
So we're gonna go this way then.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find a
gonna
coming
head
to
down
a
the stairs
staircase.
this time.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Another envelope there, but there's a letter there, but I can't exactly read it, so you can stay down there.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All
What's
because
going on
he
here?
believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
What
maybe
is going
I
on?
am crazy.
What is going on?
All of my co-workers
My
blinking
brain.
mysteriously
My brain.
out of existence in a single
Can't
moment
handle.
for no reason at all.
What?
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Why?
he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Transitions between
I'm
rooms.
dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh my God.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Huh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ooh. Hello.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh,
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. So that is going to complete ending 2. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know which endings you want to see in this next chapter. Oh, wait. No, sorry. No, it's not over yet. This is not over yet. Oh, it's not over yet. Okay. What's going on? What's going on now? Is that it? Do we get to do anything? No. No. I think we begin the game again. Is that gonna work now? I'm not really sure what's going on here. Okay, yeah, no, that's fixed itself.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay, so that's going to end it off here. So thank you for watching. If you did like, make sure to comment and subscribe. Let me know which endings you want to see next. If there's any of your favourites, comment down below. My name is Ryan, and I'll see you guys in the next stream or video. Peace.